What's up, everybody? It's your boy B Phil back again. Let's break down some trades. Let's see what we did yesterday and let's see what worked and what didn't work, right? That's the beauty. All right, so let's start with the Bitcoin. No trade on Bitcoin, but it looks as if we're starting to come down to this zone and we might be hitting it very soon. So I'm not gonna do that yet. We'll do that tomorrow morning. All right. Let's go to the euro. What happened on the euro? So, as you can see, we actually did get in on a trade here. And if you look here on the right hand side, I'm going to go ahead and move this all the way here, zoom in a bit more. You can see all my labels over here. Go ahead and make that larger. You can see my labels here, and basically what I did was I put the entry, I put the there. You see it came in to this demand zone, but it also broke above it. And so this was a fascinating trade, right? Because as you can clearly see, we rose above that actual demand zone. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I was just like, this is going to go down. I just have a feeling. And what ultimately ended up happening, it looks like it came up to here into this area somewhere in here. But what we'll do is we'll go down to the 1 minute and we'll look at what happened. So I thought it was going to go down, and it did go down. But what happened here actually? So I got in on this trade and I was shooting for here. So you see this expected. I wanted just a small 1 to 2 because I was like, I was kind of haphazardly watching it. It shot through here, and then I was just looking for a way to get involved in here. And so then here's what we'll do. We'll go down here on the lower time frame. We'll go to the 15-second. And this is what happened. So you can see price here. It comes up. Boom. Equal lows, right? MB1. So hold on, excuse me. It has this dip right here. So what happens is we go MB1. Oh my goodness. And then we have MB2. And here what I did was allow for some room, so it didn't quite come back down just yet. And when it did came down and came back up, I had to sell stop, and so I slightly moved the stop loss above this, and boom, we're off to the races. And so what happened was this was actually a break even. So I saw this happen right here. Okay, that's one. And then this happened right when this broke right here, and then I started seeing it come up. I was like, all right, I'm gonna move it to break even. And that's why this entry right here is moved slightly down, because I moved this trade to break even. And just to show you that I'm not full of it, let's go ahead and bring this up. Oh, snaps. Hopefully you can't hear that. All right, so I'm going to show you here. So we're going to go down here and we're going to look at the trade history. And as you can see right here, this euro sell this morning, 9:15. And you can see right here, $3. And that's because I moved it to break even and it ended up stopping me out. Okay, great. But we actually saw it run. So it broke even, and then it ran to what we were trying to get to. As you can see there, the 206. So if I would have not moved it to break even, I would have got it. But I was okay moving it to break even just because it was one of those trades where I just kind of I got in on a very, very weird situation for myself. I was kind of half watching because I was reading some technical documentation this morning, and I had it open on one of my screens, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, ugh, it broke through, but it looks like it's going to turn around for a little bit. So anyways, it ended up running fully to about a 1 to 3, so 2.96. And that's pretty much it. So I took a break even on the euro. which is great, right? Because at the end of the day, even if you get into a bad trade when you manage your risk, then that can ultimately turn something that could have been really bad into something that's halfway decent. All right. So I'm pretty sure I have this documented, so I'm going to clear that up for tomorrow. All right, now we're going to go to NASDAQ, and I did get a win here. You can see right here. But this one was a weird trade. I'll say that for sure. So what happened was, let's go and get to the 15-second. Maybe we don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to do all that. Great. Okay, so as you can see, it came down into this zone and it slightly dipped below it, but I was like, it didn't break far enough below it, and I think it's still gonna go up. Now, obviously, it ended up just falling off the face of the earth, but this is an example of me still being wrong in the overall direction, but still being able to get a small scalp out of this and get some profits here. So what I was looking at was I saw this area. Okay, cool. I saw this right here. Great. Then I saw it come down into here, right? So that's NB1, and it broke up and it came down on this very long wick. So you see right here, this long wick. And that's where when it was making that push down right there, what I did was I put a buy stop right above here. Now the interesting thing was when it went, it actually slipped me. So I ended up getting in at 12,055 points instead of 12,049 points. And so as you can see, it slipped me up, and what was supposed to be a 1 to 3 actually turned out to be a 1 to 2.32. And so it was very interesting, right? Because if I move it down here, right, you can see it's 136, right? But if I move it up here where I get slipped in entry, then I get a 1 to 2. And that kind of caught me off guard. So anyways, I left my take profit at where I originally had it. And as you can see, it got really, really, really close to stopping me out. But of course, when you accept the risk, you accept the risk. And so then it turned around, pulled back, and then just went to my take profit area. And as you can see, actually, we got overall, that could have been a 1 to 3, even with a slipped entry, surprisingly enough. And then we just see it fall off the face of the earth. So this was really an example of how you can actually win while still being wrong in the overall direction, but being able to manage risk properly and following some type of confirmation scheme. And so, yeah, there we go. That was all I took for today. And as you see, I had the $3.167 on this is a prop firm account. And so I'm getting close back to break even for the account. So we'll see what happens there. So anyways, yep, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I did. And so I'm going to go ahead and clear that up, and we'll start fresh tomorrow. And so that is the trade review, y'all. I hope you learned something, that even if you're wrong, you can still be right as long as you've analyzed your strategy, see the optimal risk reward ratio that it'll provide to you, and then most importantly, be able to manage risk based on some certain set of criteria. So my particular criteria is what I call a double MB in opposite direction. So when I see a double MB, I typically want to move it to break even, so that even if it turns around on me, okay, cool, it's a break even. That's basically a null trade. It's not a -1. It's basically like 0, right? Break even. So anyways, continuously forward test your strategies, y'all. Keep at it, keep in the game, and really stay focused. That's all you gotta do. Come day in, day out, work the system, work the process, and you're gonna be all right. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, whether you liked it or not. Hit the like button or the dislike, and then of course, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more great content like this. I'll talk to you all the next day or tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Peace.